Once again, the GoPro just decides to turn itself off. I don't know why. I said GoPro, and then it turned itself off. There's a bunch of newspapers blowing around in my yard still. I've chopped up most of them with a lawnmower. So this morning, I left my GoPro on. That's what it was. I left it charging all night long. And apparently there's something glitchy with it where it doesn't charge. So I woke up this morning, didn't even look at the battery. I get my shotgun out and I go way over there in the turkey fields. And I ran out of battery as soon as I got to the turkey field because it was like 3%. So after that, I ended up seeing a deer. And then again, I see something over in the cornfield that's kind of like taller than the corn. I'm like, what the hell is that? That's not corn. And then there's a coyote. Looked like a wolf actually. It's pretty big. There's a coyote though. It was chasing that deer. Every time I see a deer over there, coyote's chasing it. So, didn't get to film any of that. The turkeys were kind of way off to the side, but so then I came back. This was like 5:30 in the morning too. So then I go like 8 o'clock. Now Walmart opens at 8. I need to get a bunch of fishing lures to go fishing. So I figure I'll take the lures I already got. I'll go back over here to the city pond, which I should be starting to call Turtle Pond now because I'll tell you in a second. So I'll pack up the lures I do have and I go back to the Turtle Pond, or city pond, whatever you want to call it. And I kept seeing all these turtle heads poking up the whole time. I never caught a fish, maybe I got 1 or 2 bites, barely. Like no action at the city pond except for all these turtles. So I'm thinking, once this air gun starts working, like I went around all the way to the other side where these other guys were fishing one time, and the turtles were like sitting on the bank. So it's a pretty long shot. It's probably at least 100 yards, maybe 200 in some places, or 150 or something like that. But if I can pop turtles from across the pond where they will land on the bank, or I can harvest them, I can learn some turtle soup recipes or some kind of turtle recipes, or I don't know. But so that was like 7 o'clock. Didn't see any snakes today. So then I finally went to Walmart about 9 or 10 or something, 9:30. And I don't know what's going on with the coronavirus. I know everything's like opening back up. I think June 1st, a lot of places around, like in Tennessee and stuff's opening back up. Went into Walmart with my mask on. Didn't look like a lot of people wearing masks, but once you got inside, a lot of people had masks on. Long time to wait in line. I actually got me 2 fluorescent lights to put in my basement down here so I can work on my young hang and actually have some light down in there. I haven't rigged them up yet. I've got to figure out my mailbox. I got to get my mailbox put on the post. I got to do some weed eating because I mowed the yard the other day and I like missed some spots and the weed eating's real growed up really bad. But it's like I don't have enough time to like do stuff like that because I gotta make videos. I feel like I'm waiting like 5 days a week. I'm at work suffering. I'm like, I want to get out and do all this shit with my metal detector, and I want to get out and fish. I want to get out and hunt. I want to go out and explore some of these places. I got all these places written down on a list. Like I just went exploring. I just got back from there. I went to like 4 or 5 places on my list I checked out and scouted them ahead of time because my GoPro was still charging. Didn't really pan out, but you know, I got some done. Check that piece of wood out, by the way. Remember this piece of driftwood? How sick is that? That is so like a good piece of wood. So I've been hoarding a bunch of stuff, as you've probably seen. I got all my bottles over here for. I got another crate of them over there. But check all this crap out. I went and salvaged that orange stuff that you probably by now have seen. But when I went to the park that was closed next to the police station, they had that stuff, and I harvested some of it. I mean, I could have got more, but I saw some dudes, so I was wanting to get out of there. Then I took my trash out, and the dumpster where I take my trash, I find stuff all the time. I salvaged some wood. It was next to a dumpster I found. It was short enough I could fit it into my car. So I spent like, I don't know, half hour, an hour today, like pulling the nails out of it with a claw hammer. So now I got a little stockpile of wood to work on my target range, or maybe make a platform for my water tank if I ever get the chainsaw working, or I can get the roof off of this thing. Then I just ran over my wood saw yesterday with my lawnmower, so now my wood saw's gone, so I got to get a new one of those so I can cut down some of these trees and the limbs where I mow around. Shit's getting crazy. Anyway, I was talking about the coronavirus, right? I was at Walmart. I went by Applebee's, right? And there's like 2 girls out front with signs saying we're open, like spinning them around and trying to get people to come in there, because I don't think anybody wants to go to like a sit-down restaurant right now with the coronavirus around. But then a lot of people don't think it's real. I know the world isn't like faking the coronavirus, but it kind of, if you're living in a place like this, it kind of seems like it is, because you don't know anybody that has it. Never heard of anybody that has it, except I had like a weird aunt in Indiana I heard had it, but I don't think she died from it. We had like 15 cases, I think, like a week ago, and now it's like 30 something, so it's doubled in a week. But nobody's talking about it, and like there was like 28,000 cases in the United States. It's like the highest since May 1st, since they started opening back up. So it's getting out there again. I don't know why that virus isn't died off, because we were all stuck in our houses for 2 or 3 weeks, right? Isn't that supposed to be so the virus dies off and there's not any of it to like spread now? How's it kicking back up again? And people are saying it's not going to come back next year because next year is not an election year, so they think it's all fake. So here, this blew my mind. I've already been hunting and fishing before like 9 o'clock, found 4 ticks on me today. So I'm on my, I joined a new Facebook group called Kentucky Pan Fishing. So I didn't realize pan fishing meant good eating fish because you put them in a pan and you cook them. I thought it was because those are like bluegills, red-eared perch, sun perch, whatever, and crappie. I thought that was because they were like flat, like a pan, not because they were good eating fish. I always throw them back. But I'm looking on these forums and everybody's like saying the bluegill, that's like the good shit. You want to keep those bluegill. I'm like, what? That's like the trashiest fish. I've always like not even give a shit about bluegill. If I'm catching bluegill, I'm like, I gotta go somewhere else. This is just a bunch of bluegill. Everybody's saying that's the good eating stuff. Bass is just for like sport fishing. That's for like, you throw them back and let them get as big as they can get. It's just for the thrill of it. You just want to catch a big bass, I guess, a trophy bass. But you can eat bass too. If it's like, I don't know, if you're in a lake maybe and there's like a ton of them, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to start like really pan fishing and looking for the small bluegill and perch. I like actually caught like a one that big out of a creek earlier. I didn't know if it was even gonna have fish in it. But I went and bought me this popper. I was at Walmart. Yeah, this guy came up to me at Walmart. And he's saying something about like this lure that sits on top of the water, and he saw a video where all these fish were going crazy on it. He's from Florida. That's another thing. Like, I saw a car the other day that had Vermont license plates on it. Like, what the fuck are you doing here from Vermont with the coronavirus around? I thought there was like an interstate travel ban. Get the fuck out of here with this Vermont crap. There's some kind of purple license plate with yellow letters. I'm like, I'm not familiar with this. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? And this guy from Florida is at Walmart. He's talking to me about lures. And I pulled out a popper. I was like, oh, you're talking about like one of these, right? And he was like, oh, you must have saw that video too. You know what I was talking about? I'm like, nah, super black bass. I know what a popper is. Played Super Nintendo, dude. So I really wish I could find this black guy that came fished out of my pond, because he was looking for panfish to use as bait. Like, I need to hook up with that guy. And there's another dude on this pan fishing forum group that his name's Tyler, and he like fishes this lake that's like an hour and a half from here. And he just has a boat, and he just like invites people. He's like, hey, I'm by myself today. If anybody wants to come fish with me, I'm going to be at this certain lake. Got my boat, and just bring your bait and your rods, and we'll go. I'm like, that's a fucking good idea. Like, if I get rich, or not rich, if I get old and I can afford a boat eventually, I'm going to start just inviting randoms to like come fish with me. If you're lonely out there and you just like, you got fishing equipment and you're good at fishing, he just shows like this big platform of like crappie. He's like the expert on crappie, I guess. But he has like 24 or something a day, or like 16. And it's just like his boat is full of crappie. He knows where to go. He knows what to do. He's the expert. You just want to go with this guy and you'll catch all kinds of crappie. And he probably just like cooks them up with you. Has a big fish fry like I was going to have tonight. I was going to go catch a shitload of fish, but then nothing was biting. So then when I went to Walmart, I ended up getting like some hot dogs and buns. I'm going to have a little weenie roast maybe. I was going to like light some stuff on fire and then maybe do some crazy compound bow stuff. But should I do that? Should I get crazy tonight? It's some kind of holiday today, right? It's like Labor Day maybe? I think it's a holiday. Anyway, I got some field tips for my bow. They had them at Walmart finally, so I can shoot my bow and arrow. And I got the fluorescent lights for my basement. And I got some of that Bluebell ice cream I keep hearing about. Rhett and Link were talking about this banana pudding ice cream, Bluebell. It's like $7 or something for a half gallon. I thought that was a lot. When you think about a half gallon, that's like 4 pints or something in it. You used to pay like $3 a pint for Ben & Jerry's, so it's pretty cheap when you think about like how many pints is in it. But shit was good. It's called like Millennium Crunch or Millennial Crunch, like millennial. It's got like almonds and walnuts, and chocolate pieces, and peanut butter, and vanilla ice cream. It's good. But yeah, I'm ready to get this. Like, if this piece comes in from my air gun and I can start shooting my air gun. I was sitting at work the other day. These big ass fat doves sitting on top of the building, and I've got some video I need to upload. Actually, I got some like thermal vision. I used a FLIR at work and I was taking video of it. I got some metal detecting I gotta upload. Oh yeah, the shit I was gonna show you. Come over here. Come over here, boys. Those things I dug up out of my yard a while back. I don't know if I put those on video. I put them on Facebook, but they were like underneath the grass. They're like stepping stones. Where's my hat? My hat fell off. Didn't even notice it. So I went to the park. I got this stuff. I got this T-post, like a fence post. Maybe I could string some of it on that. I don't know what I'm gonna use that for. I could use it to like filter my creek that goes along the side of the yard, or I could use it to like keep my archery targets from going out of place. I don't know. I just felt like it'd look cool. Then I got this thing out of the dumpster. Oh, I got this. It's like one of those track lighting tree lamps or something. I didn't know what I could use it for, but I felt like I should grab it because I don't know if you can wire lights up in it and shoot the lights out of it, or like use it for swiveling targets around on my target dummy, on my target range somehow. This has probably got lead in it. If I could smelt that down. And then this was in a dumpster. I don't know what it is. I think it's part of a bed. It looks like the front of like a Mad Max vehicle, so if I get me like a little electric golf car or something, I could use that as a... I'm getting to be kind of a hoarder, you guys. My house is really bad. Just don't have time to clean my house because I'm out here doing stuff in the yard all the time. It's like the day goes by too fast to have time to like... Plus I go to bed so early now because I'm getting up at 4 in the morning. It's like 7 o'clock. It's not even dark yet and I'm just passing out. If I could come home and like actually start like cleaning and working on videos and stuff after like dark and actually watching TV, catching up on my shows. I ain't even got time to catch up on my TV shows. I miss like doing stuff at night, or when it's raining I guess I can catch up on stuff. But so I guess that's everything I was going to show you. Yeah, so I went fishing, went hunting. I just went to the Swan Lake pond again, but there was somebody parked their car there, so I went on by and went exploring a couple other spots. I fished in my pond a little bit, caught one little like perch or something, fed it to my dog. There's that fucking cat again. Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go. It's coming in my yard. Got my camera in this new linear photo mode instead of bug eye skateboarder mode. Should look a little bit better. I feel like I need to cut this loop off. I kept getting my reel hung up on this every time I'd see a turtle. And I gotta get those grab hooks, the dribble hooks. Forgot about those. I don't know where that dock is that went into my pond. It must have like really sunk down or something because I haven't been snagging on it. I don't know where it is. I don't want to be shooting these bows and arrows out here with the church people over here tomorrow. I don't even know where a good place to shoot is, because I don't want the arrows to like go too high and like go into my pond. I can't shoot towards the road. I can't shoot towards the pond. You either go way down in there and shoot this way. Maybe I'll go out in this field and shoot into that dirt spot. See, I can shoot way down in there. If I go up there to the light pole where I hook my dog up and shoot way down in the bottom, that's like 80 yards. That's not even 100 yards all the way down there. But if I sit here on the corner of this field, right, and I shoot out this way, I can get probably a 200-yard shot into that field. Oh yeah, easily. I can even sit right here in my yard. It's probably About 100 yards to that tree where I was sitting turkey hunting the other day. So I set a little target up right there. Set another one out at the end of the thing, 200 yards. I need to get a rangefinder though so I can see exactly how far that is. That's fucking far for an air rifle. You think about it? I mean, they shoot 500 yards, but like probably 200 is about as effective as you're going to get. Those birds right there on that line though, just pop them. Oh man.